Well, hey there, folks. Good morning. Good morning. John Duffin here with Duffin Media. I'm popping on for a moment here today just to first off say, hey, hope everyone's having a fantastic day. But what I'm also rooting for too is the fact that today I get to promote the premiere, folks, of the following, which is I got this chance during the summer to host a series of live coaching events. It was a 5-day blitz that we called it. It was fun. And here's how it went down. Like the reason I'm excited here's the announcement that I'm going to do it again and expand it. So, why is the 5-day blitz so important? Well, I'll tell you why it's important to me. And if it has value to you, even better. And by the way, folks, we are going to be like today live on Facebook, live on LinkedIn, and live on my YouTube channel as well. So I am terribly excited that I get the chance to do the following. Each day, this is how it went down before. Each day, what I chose to do, because I get asked a lot now, how can I get into speaking? I want to be able to speak on a stage. I want to be able to use my voice. I want to be able to leverage my voice. I get that. It's funny how prevalent the thought is, the desire is. Well, hopefully I can help. And here's what I was thinking. The reasons that I think it's so important. First off, what I feel great about is this. Folks, here's a preview heads up. I do believe there's room at the table for everyone. If you've got a story to tell, if it helps someone and a compelling way to tell it, those are your big three. What's the story that you have to tell? Who benefits from that story? How do they benefit? How does their life get enriched or improved? And the way that you choose to tell that story, not just the platform, not just the vehicle, but the techniques that are used. So here's what we're going to do. Each day over the next, I say 5 days, I'm expanding it into next week as well too. We're going to do this. 3 tips per day. 3 of my top tips that you can use, stack, compound each day, different tips, different solutions. What do they do? When you start to pile these up, if you use one of them, my thought is this. I talk about optimizing your communications. Well, I believe you will. These tips, techniques, hacks have worked for me. I've seen them work with others. There's a magic that I can tell you. There's a magic when you're able to connect with a client or a group of people or an audience. There's an indescribable magic that happens. And listen, this is predicated upon emotion, right? But this is a business calling. And so do know that people react on emotion. I'm a huge believer in the following, which is if someone feels something, or even better, only when someone feels something will they do something. Solve a problem, make someone's life better, enrich someone's life. By the way, I've this shout out today on this live coaching session. There's 2 people that have just recently come into my life thanks to the Summit of Greatness event from Lewis Howes, Stephen Heiser, and Ali Connor. I keep using the term enrich their lives. It was a conversation we had yesterday. So these 3 tips will enrich someone else's life when you use them. So they are typically quick and easy to implement. This is not serious technique or textbook, but I'm telling you, these tips have worked. I've had the luck, the opportunity, and the privilege of being able to speak in front of audiences over the last couple of years. The ability to be able to present over 25 years. It's such a privilege to me that I've had the chance to do this. And again, what I'm sharing is this. The magic of connection. That to me enables you to sell better, improve your client relationships, become more memorable, help people make better decisions because they have an emotional investment in the communication. So these tips, these hacks, yeah, it sounds like I'm offering a lot, right? Well, I am. And not only that, at the end of this series of sessions, you'll hear me promote this each day. This is a daily get together. I'm telling you, it'll be no more than a half hour a day. I am really excited. I got people tuning in. So if I don't jump to your comment right away, Harold, Stephen Tang, I'm thrilled that you are here. Harold Lash and Stephen Tang, love you both. So what I'm saying is this. Each day I'm going to provide an offer, an opportunity to dive deeper, to go further. But you don't have to do any of that. Hang around with me, half hour a day, maybe 3 tips, practical techniques, hacks that you will get the chance to, when you use them, be able, these tweaks, these pivots, these shifts help you to speak better, engage better, get better results. It is such a big deal to me that the fact that when you connect, that ability to connect, provide real value. And I believe, first, here's the sequence, folks. You connect first, and then the real value that you provide is actually, it actually matters. So when we go through these hacks, again, it's 3 tips a day, easy, right? When we go through these 3 tips, keep in mind the following. All of this is to help you connect. Folks, there are myriads of videos and courses and books that want to talk about content, what to say. Absolutely. You do not need more training material in the sense of being, what do I say? What if they say that? How do I handle this? The what would you say part is so readily available. You don't need more information there. But what often comes up lacking is, how do you present it? How do you say it in a way that's convincing, believable? It's the credibility, folks, and the ability to drive emotion. The classic storyteller. It's really important. Folks, do not minimize the sense of telling a great story. You might think stories are great for personal and for, a toast at a wedding, or they are to make people laugh. But let me tell you, again, in business, as I have learned, people do things when they feel something. If it is just data, if it is just talking points, it doesn't matter. Go back to this mantra, right? And this is what we're going to focus on. So starting tomorrow, think about this. It only matters if it matters to them. So why would it matter to you? So that I'm not talking at you. Why would it matter to you, right? Here's what you will get the chance to do the following. So this is live and interactive. You got a comment, drop it in the comments. I'll either get to you live immediately. If I don't get to you immediately, I promise you, I will get to you, whether it is after the session. Folks, if you are watching on the replay, that's great too, because on the replay, folks, you'll get the chance. I will respond to every comment. It's one of these things that I've learned in the broadcast ad sales world for over 25 years. Be really good at follow-up. And so the communications part, when I talk about optimizing your communications, I've been privileged because I've been trained by the best. But how does it matter to you? I always start my training sessions with a question, and I'm going to leave you with this question today, right? Rhetorical. The rhetorical. Have you ever had an encounter when you were speaking to someone, whether a one-on-one conversation, I mean a conversation that mattered to you, whether it's personal or business, and you felt like you were communicating really well. You felt like you were getting what you wanted to say said, but the reaction wasn't at all what you were anticipating. You were getting this negative reaction. And because of that, you were having this feeling of disconnect. Have you ever had that sense? You had something really important to say. You felt like you were doing well, but the reaction wasn't what you were anticipating. I have. If you have, that's a reason. What we're looking to do is tighten up your communication ability, the way you speak, the way that you engage, because when you do, I promise you, people will respond differently. And the reason it matters is the results. Have you felt stuck in regards to your career, whether it's broadcast ad sales, whether it's real estate, two professions I'm pretty damn qualified to speak on in regards to presenting, whether it is corporate sales, leading teams? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel heard? If you don't, if for some reason you don't feel that you're being heard like you used to feel, or you're having a hard time breaking through, you're breaking into the communications field and nobody's taking you seriously because you haven't had the opportunity to actually speak. You've been texting and typing and DMing and Teamsing, but actually speaking, asking for big money, asking for the opportunity to be heard, asking for the promotion, asking for the job. Are you being taken seriously, or are you being dismissed, or are you not even being responded to? Like you don't matter. Well, I'm going to help you make it matter. And that's what we're going to do over the next 9 days. We start tomorrow, folks, and I'm terribly excited. You'll see the announcement up. Join me live again, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. I promise you'll get value, and there will be an offer that I will talk about if you want to dive deeper. But don't even sweat that for now. Really? Oh my God. Harold, check you out. Stories always make a difference is right. I love that you share a story. It does keep them engaged. And let me tell you something, folks. That is critical. Just keep in mind the story's got to matter to them. Right? As long as the story matters to them somehow, you're going to make impact. Thanks for the contribution, Harold. I really appreciate you. So, folks, I'm telling you, we're going to have some fun. Easy, fun tweaks. Nothing heavy. It's a Monday. We're not going to overly tax you, but it's to move the ball forward. We're approaching fourth quarter. We're virtually there, which means it is the fourth quarter, not just football analogies, of the year. This is a big finish. We've got so much competition to have your voices heard that people just push you away. They don't take phone calls anymore. No, I don't need that. I'll just go to voicemail. They don't even bother to check their voicemail, right? They'll just text if it's important. You can't garner emotion, and you can't garner engagement with simply text messages and emails. Right? I don't care how compelling your data is. I promise you it's not enough. So this is where I can help you. To me, it's my calling that I get the privilege to do. So folks, tomorrow, we start. Figure no more than a half hour. You'll get 3 tips per day. They'll all be different, all different solutions. By the time we're done, we're going to stockpile a bunch of tips. 3 5s or 15, 3 9s or 27. The goal for me is to go to next Friday, a week Friday, with replays on the weekends in case you missed one or you want to tighten up the communication. So folks, stay tuned. I'm really excited to get to share the information. I'm really excited to get to spend some time with you. That's what really matters to me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep an eye peeled for these listings. 12 noon tomorrow. I will see you. Have a fantastic day, folks. Can't wait to join you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.